Hello YouTube. I have been working on a project for a bridge. Now this is what the bridge will look like. And this bridge needs some modification. I can't do these modifications unless that I work with an app or a software like SAP. Now I'm going to teach you how to take this model from SeismoStruct and insert it to SAP2000. Alright, the first thing that you need to do is that you need to have all the element classes in SeismoStruct as they are in SAP. So if I go to the frame elements, I need to have them all here. They need to have the same names and not the sections. Not the sections. I need the element classes. They should be the same. This is the first step. Now, as for the second step, we need to take all these nodes. We need to take all these nodes from SeismoStruct and insert them into SAP2000. Now the first thing that you need to do is that you press on one of these and press Ctrl A and Ctrl C to copy them. And after copying these nodes into the clipboard, we click here to go to our Excel sheet. Now what we need to do is that we need to click here, right click, and click keep text only. We only need the text. Now we click on split SeismoStruct node names. We click that, we click OK, and we have the data distributed. Now if we can see this, these data are ordered in the same order in the Excel sheet. Now I can copy these. These are the things that you copy to SAP2000, right? So I'm going to click Save, and next I go to the element connectivity. Now this is tricky because these elements contain links, gaps, and hooks. They contain multiple types of frames. Now we need to split these into two. Now here I have some gap elements and I have some cap beams, rigid arms, and other types of frame elements. Now SAP does not understand that these all are frames. We have to separate them. So what we need to do later is to separate them. Now for now we click Ctrl A, Ctrl C, and we go to the connectivity. We go up and we right click here and we click keep text only. Now here in my case the computer will solve this issue, the issue of ordering the data, will solve it automatically for me. Now if it doesn't do it, I can click here, I can click use text import wizard. If these buttons don't work, we can go to delimited, next, and remove the space and put the tab. This will ensure that this data will be entered correctly. Now I have entered my data, and now I can click this split data into SeismoStruct. Now what this will do is that it will insert these node names into SeismoStruct. It will split these. Now we have one cell that contains 92 and 120. We need to split these, but before I split these, I need to click on sort elements to sort these data. I want to split the links from the normal frames. So I click here, and now they are sorted. They are sorted based on the rigid offsets. Now the link elements will have these dashes, and the normal frame elements will have these numbers. Alright, so what I need to do now is that I can click split, and we can click OK to get our data. Now this is something that you have to copy into SAP2000. Alright, now as for the restraints, SAP2000 does not need all these restraints. Now we can click here restraints, and we can get just these restraints to copy them into SAP. Now we click at restraints, and we can delete whatever that's in there for now. and we can start pasting. We click split restraints. Now they are split into node name and restraints. Now this Excel sheet will automatically understand what these restraints mean. As for the rest, I don't need them for now. Now I can start entering the data into SAP2000 using an Excel sheet, because SAP2000 can import or export MS Excel sheets. It can export the old version as well as the new version. Now to start copying the data, I will first go to nodes. I will copy all the nodes and go to the template. Now after copying these nodes, we go to the Excel sheet and we start to paste them. Now I started with the nodes, so I need to go to the joint coordinates, right click here and click V, or search for the values. One of them contains values. This is it. This is the only one that should work. We paste them, we delete these, or we keep them. Sorry, we need to keep these, and we need to do what we need to do with them is that we need to highlight them and double click, and highlight this and double click. Now we have them distributed all across the points. Now we have finished with the nodes. We go to the connectivity and we reach to the top. We highlight the ones that we want to copy. Be aware that these connectivity elements are used for both links and frame elements, so we need to separate them. The way we need to separate them is that we know that the Excel sheet separates the links at the top and the normal elements at the bottom. Now I remember that element 54 is the last element in the link. Now when I paste these elements, sorry, I need to copy them again. When I paste them, they come like this. Now I know that element 54 is one of the links, is the last one of the links. So I take these links, I cut them, and I just insert them into the link Excel sheet. Now these are the links separated, and these are the connectivity ones separated. I can lift these ones up and click save. Now I have finished working with the joints, connectivity frames, connectivity links, and I can go to the frame sections. As for the frame sections, we go to the right a little bit and we see them. These are the frames sections, the frame assignments. We copy them, we go to the Excel sheet and we paste them. Alright, we just have to double click here, and now we are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As for the restraints, as I said, we don't need all the restraints, we just need the ones that have reactions. So we go here and we copy them as well. We save the file, we close it, and we close SeismoStruct again. Now what we need to do is that we need to make sure that Microsoft Excel is not running in the background. If it's running in the background, it would cause a lot of trouble. It's not running in the background, so I can open my my SAP2000. I will delete all this in order to show you, and I will save this file into a new file. Let's call it temp. Yes. And now I can start importing the Excel sheet. Add to existing model. Now this is very important. In order for us to import the elements correctly, we need to have all the frame sections, and we need to have all the links. Now if you have links, you can add them here. You can click modify, or you can click add new property, and you click gap, hook, or whatever type of link you have. As for me, I have a hook, and I have it in the X direction, so I put U1, U1, U2, U3. This is X, Y, Z, and these are the rotations. This is the gap element as well. Now I have all my sections. I can start importing the Excel sheet into the existing model. There it is, sections. The Excel sheet is called sections while the SAP model is called temp. Now I can wait for it to load. It's going to say that it's checking some user data tables, and as I said, the Excel should be closed during this time. If it's not, it will cause a lot of problems. Now these are the nodes and the joint drawn in SeismoStruct. Now these nodes are easier to modify in SAP 2000. Alright, but we have two problems in the Excel sheet until now. The Excel sheet cannot read the restraints on each node correctly. Alright, it might be confused with these restraints, so you might want to check them up. Mostly it will confuse with the translations. The rotations are just fine. And one more thing, I got an error because these sections in SAP 2000, we don't need to assign a frame element between the two joints if they are linked together with a link or a gap. So we don't need to add a frame. So it will show some errors because here we have, these are the link elements, we have 40 link elements. Now SAP 2000 won't need a frame to be defined between these two nodes. So it will show an error when exporting the data from SeismoStruct. I hope this helps, and if you have any problems, you can contact me. You can write something in the description, and I will make sure that to see it. Thank you very much.